pointed at her in the streets. My daughter. Oh, my ducket. Oh, my daughter. Away with a Christian. Oh, my Christian ducats. Justice, the law, my ducats, and my daughter. Sealed bag, 2 sealed bags of ducats. Oh, double ducats. Stolen from me by my daughter. And jewels, 2 stones, 2 rich and precious stones stolen from me by my daughter. Justice, find the girl. She has the stones upon her and the ducats. Poison and exploded dragon stones. Daughter and ducats. Let good Antonio look he keep his day, or he shall pay for this.
Mary, well remember. I reasoned with a Frenchman yesterday who told me there in the narrow seas that part the French and the English, there miscarried a vessel of our country. I thought upon Antonio when he told me and wished in silence that it were not his.
You're best to tell Antonio what you hear, yet do not suddenly, for it may grieve him.
A kinder gentleman treads not the earth. I saw Bassanio and Antonio part. Bassanio told him he would make some speed at his return. He answered, do not so. Slubber not business for my sake, Bassanio, but stay the very griping of the time. And for the Jew's bond which he hath of me, let it not enter into your mind of love. Be merry, and employ your chiefest thoughts to courtship. In such fair ostents of love shall conveniently become you there. And even there, his eye being big with tears, turning his head, he put his hand up behind him, and with affection wondrous sensible, he wrung Bassanio's hand, and so they parted.
Oh, I think he only loves the world for him. I pray thee, let us go and seek him out, and quicken his embraced heaviness with some delight or other.
Behold, there stand the caskets, noble prince. If you choose that wherein I am contained, straight shall our nuptial rites be solemnized. But if you fail, without more speech, my lord, you must be gone from hence immediately.
I am enjoined by oath to observe 3 things. First, never to unfold to anyone which casket 'twas I chose. Next, if I fail of the right casket, never in my life to woo a maid in way of marriage. Lastly, if I do fail in fortune of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone.
To these injunctions everyone doth swear that comes to hazard for my worthless
And so have I addressed me. Fortunately, to my heart's hope, gold, silver, and base lead, who chooseth me, must give and hazard all ear. You shall look fairer ere I give or hazard. What says the golden chest? Ha! Let me see. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. What many men desire. That many may be meant by the fool multitude that choose by show, never learning more than the fond eye doth teach, which tries not to the interior, but like the martlet, fields and the weather on the outward wall, even in the force and road of casualty. I will not choose what many men desire, because I will not jump with common spirits and rank me with the barbarous multitude. Why then to thee, thou silver treasure house, tell me once more what title thou dost bear. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Well said too. For who shall go about to cozen fortune and be honorable without the stamp of merit? Let none presume to wear an undeserved dignity. Well, but to my choice, who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. I will assume desert. Give me the key for this, and instantly unlock my fortunes here.
Too long a pause for that which you find there.
What's here? A portrait of a winking idiot, presenting me a schedule. I will read it. How much unlike art thou to Portia? How much unlike my hopes and my desires? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves, but I deserve no more than a fool's head. Is that my prize? Are my deserts no better?
To offend and to judge are of distinct offices and opposed natures.
What is here? There be fools alive, I wis, silver o'ered, and so is this. Take what wife you will to bed, I will ever be your head. Fare you well, you are sped. Sweet adieu, I have to read no hard to take a tedious leave.
Thus have the candle singed the moth. Oh, these deliberate fools, when they do choose, they have the wisdom by their wit to lose.
The ancient saying is no heresy. Hanging and wiving go by destiny.
Come, draw the curtains.
Madam, there's lighted at your taking on the Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord, from whom he bringeth sensible greets, to wit, besides commends and courteous breath, gifts of rich value. Yet I have not seen so likely an ambassador of love, and in April never came so sweet to show how costly some was at hand, as this young forester comes before his lord.
No more, I pray you. I am half afeard thou wilt say anon he is some kin to thee, though with such high day wit in praising him. Come, come, Nursa, for I long to see quick Cupid's messenger that comes so mannerly.
Bassanio! For loveth thy will it be!
Oh, now, what news in the Rialto? Why, at last we were in check, and Antonio had a ship of rich lading wrecked on the narrow seas. The good ones, I think they call the place. A very narrow, flattened fatal, where the carcasses of many a tall ship lie buried. As they say, if my gossip report be an honest woman of her word.
I would she were as lying a gossip as that ever made her neighbors believe she wept for the death of a third husband. But it is true. Without any slips of prolixity or crossing the plain, how we have talked of the good Antonio, the honest Antonio. Oh, that I had a title good enough to keep his name company.
Come, the full stop.
Ha! What sayest thou? Well, the end is, he had lost a ship.
What am I prove the end of his losses?
Let me say amen betimes, lest the devil bless my prayer, for here he comes in the likeness of a Jew. How now, Shylock? What news among the merchants?
You know, not so well as you. My daughter's flight.
That's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings she flew withal.
And Shylock, for his part, knew the bird was fled, but that it is the complexion of them all to leave the dam.
She is damned for it!
That's certain, if the devil may be her judge.
My own flesh and blood to repel.
Out upon it, old carrion, rebels in appease ye.
I say my daughter is my flesh and blood.
There is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory. More between your bloods than red wine and Venice. But tell us, have you heard whether Antonio has had any loss at sea? No.
Another bad match. Bankrupt, a prodigal who dare scarce show his head on the Rialto. A beggar who used to come so smug upon the mart. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to call me usurer. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to lend money for a Christian courtesy. Let him look to his bond.
Why, I'm sure if he forfeit, thou will not take his flesh. What's that good for?
To bait fish withal. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me $500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies, and what's his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we shall resemble you in that. If a Jew harm a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian harm a Jew, what should his sufferance be? By Christian example! Why, revenge? The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.
Here comes another member of the tribe. A third cannot be matched unless the devil himself turn Jew.
How now, Tubal? What news from Genoa? Hast thou found my daughter?
I often came where I did hear of her, but cannot find her.
There. Diamond gone cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. The curse never fell upon our nation until now. I never felt it till now. Diamond gone. The precious, precious jewels. And when my daughter were dead at my foot and the jewels in her ear, when she rehearsed at my foot and the ducats in her coffin, no news of them. What, sir? And I know not what spent in the search. Oh, why the loss upon loss? The thief gone with so much to find the thief, and no satisfaction, no revenge, nor no ill luck stirring but with lights on my shoulders, no sighs but of my breathing, no tears but of my shedding.
Yes, other men have ill luck too. Antonio, as I heard in Genoa,
What ill luck?
hath an argosy cast away coming from Tripoli.
I thank God, is it true? Is it true?
I spoke with some sailors that did escape the wreck.
I beg thee, good Tubal, good news. Where? In Genoa?
Your daughter spent in Genoa, as I heard, in one night 80 ducats.
Thou stickest a dagger in me, Tubal. I shall never see my gold again. 80 ducats in a sitting. 80 ducats.
There came divers of Antonio's creditors in my company to Venice that swears he cannot choose but break.
Very good. I'll plague him. I'll torture him. I am glad of it.
One of them showed me a ring he had of your daughter for a monkey.
Come out to Ita. That tortures me, Tubal. It was my turquoise. I had it of Leia when I was a bachelor. I would not have given it for a wilderness of monkeys.
Antonio is certainly unknown.
It is true. It is very true. Now go you before me, Tubal. But speak me an officer, see him a fortnight before. I will have the heart of him if he should forfeit. Were he out of Venice, I can make what merchandise I will. Go, Tubal, and meet me at our synagogue. Go, good Tubal. At our synagogue, Tubal.
For in choosing wrong, I lose your company. There's something tells me, but it is not love. I would not lose you. I would detain you here some month or two. I could show you how to choose right, but then I am forsworn. So will I never be. So may you miss me. But if you do, you'll make me wish a sin that I had been forsworn. I speak too long, but 'tis to appease the time, to eke it and draw it at my leg, to stay you from your election.
Let me choose, for as I am, I live upon the rack.
Upon the rack, Bassanio! Confess what treason there is mingled with your love.
Promise me life, and I'll confess the truth.
Confess and live.
Confess and love have been the very sum of my confession. Oh, happy torment, when my torturer doth teach me answers for deliverance. But let me to my fortune, and the caskets.
Away then. I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nerissa and the rest stand all aloof. Let music sound while he doth make his choice. Then if he fail, he make a swan-like end, fading in music.
So may the outward shows belease themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. In law, what plea so tainted and corrupt, but seasoned with the gracious voice obscures the show of evil? In religion, what damned error, but some sober brow will bless it and approve it with the text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament? There is no vice so simple, but assumes a mark of virtue on its outward parts. How many cowards, whose hearts are all as false as stairs of sand, or yet upon their chins the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars, who inward searched have livers white as milk. Look on beauty, and you shall see 'tis purchased by the weight. Thus, ornament is but the guiled shore to a most dangerous sea. Therefore, thou gaudy gold, hard food for Midas, I will none of thee, nor none of thee, a pale and common drudge tween man and man. But thou meager lead, which rather threatenest than dost promise aught. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. And here choose I, joy be the consequence.
Oh, love, be moderate. In measure reign thy joy, scant this excess. I feel too much thy blessing. Make it less, for fear I surfeit.
What find I here? Fair Portia's counterfeit. What demigod hath come so near creation? Here's the scroll, the continent and summary of my fortune. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn you where your lady is, and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll. Fair lady, by your leave, I come by note to give and to receive.
You see me, Lord Bassanio. Where I stand, such as I am, for myself alone I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better. Yet for you, I would be trebled 20 times myself. Myself, and what is mine, to you and yours is now converted. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion, master or my servants, queen or myself. And even now, but now, this mansion, and these servants, and the same myself, are yours, my lord. I give them freely, with this ring, which, when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you.
Madam, you have bereft me of all words. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. Will then be bold to say Bassanio's dead.
My lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper to cry good joy, my lord and lady.
My lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you could wish, for I am sure you can wish none of me. And when your honors me to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you, even at that time, may I be married too.
With all my heart, so thou canst get a wife.
I thank your lordship, you have found me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. You saw the mistress. I beheld the maid. You loved, I loved for intermission.
Is it true, Nerissa? Madam, it is. So you stand pleased with all.
And do you, Gratiano, mean good faith?
Oh, yes, faith, my lord.
My feet shall be much honored in your marriage.
We shall play with them for the first boy for 1,000 ducats.
What, and stake down?
Oh no, we'll never win at that sport and stake down. Oh, but who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel.
They are entirely welcome.
Ere I open this letter, I pray you, tell me how my good friend doth.
Not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind. Nor well, unless it be in mind. His letter there will show you his estate.
There's a cheery young stranger, but you're welcome. And now, Lorenzo, give me your hand. It's the news from Venice. How does our royal friend, good Antonio? I am sure he would be glad of our success. We are the Jasons, we have won the fleece.
When you had won the fleece and he had lost.
There are some shrewd contents in yon same paper that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. Some dear friend dead, else nothing in the world could so much turn the constitution of any constant man. What? Worse and worse? With leave, Bassanio, I am half yourself, and I must freely have the half of anything that this same paper brings you.
Sweet Portia, there are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you that all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman. And then I told you true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you I was worse than nothing. For indeed, I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my friend to his mere enemy to feed my means. Is it true, Lorenzo? Have all his ventures failed? What, not one hit?
Not one. Besides, it would appear if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. 20 merchants, the Duke himself and the Magnificos of Great Port, have all persuaded with him. And not one can move him from his enemy's plea of forfeiture, of justice and his bond.
When I was with him, I have heard him swear to Tubal and Titus, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio.
So our dear friend there is less in trouble.
The dearest friend to me, the kindest man, the best conditioned and unwearied spirit in doing courtesies, and one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draws breath in Italy.
What son was he, the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
What? No more? Pay him 6,000 and deface the bond. Double 6,000 and then treble that before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. First, go with me to church and call me wife, and then to Venice and your friend, for never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. You shall have gold to pay the debt 20 times over, and when it is paid, bring your true friend along. Come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day. With your friend's welcome show a merry cheer, for as you are, dear bought, I will love you there. Come, let me hear the letter of your friend.
My sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried, my creditors grow cruel, my estate is very low, and my bond to the Jew is forfeit. And since in paying it, it is impossible I should live, all debts are clear between you and I, if I might but see you at my death. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Love, dispatch all business and be gone.
As I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste. But till I come again, no bed shall e'er be guilty of my stay, no rest be interposed betwixt us twain.
Jailer! Jailer! Look to him. Tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis. Jailer, look to him.
Hear me yet, good Shylock!
I have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. Thou calledst me dog before thou hadst a cause, but since I am a dog, beware my fangs. The Duke shall grant me justice. I do wonder, thou naughty jailer, that thou art so fond to come abroad with him at his request.
I pray thee, hear me speak!
I'll have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I'll have my bond, and therefore speak no more. I'll not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent, and sigh, and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not! I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men!
Let him alone! I'll follow him no more with bootless prayers. He seeks my life. His reason well I know. I oft delivered from his forfeitures, many that have at times made moan to me.
Therefore he hates me.
I'm sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold.
The Duke cannot deny the course of the law. For the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of his state, since the trade and profit of the city consisteth of all nations. Therefore go. These griefs and losses have so baited me, that I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Well, jailer, on. Pray God Bassanio come to see me pay his debt. Then I care not.